week we the work for una the citizens them. My name as una know na Chairman of me na the Council Minister for Information and Civic Education. Today I get some master people in here for can address the question of money laundering. They want the way they take dirty money, they want WhatsApp by illegal means or they commit crime them we get for doing money business. Either they treat people and pull the money at their hand, lie and thief. One can learn, we get some news, we carry some updates, which don't happen, which the agency responsible. This now be units today, now an agency. They responsible for tap them bad people they are what they do. We also get the Assistant Commissioner of Police, well the head of the agency we come with Mr. David Bobo. We get the Assistant Commissioner of Police, we have my sister. Anybody we know about this woman, you will know say we come for law enforcement, you don't always put his head and shoulder above all else, committed to this work we do. And we have ACP Joan Kamara. And then we just got be joined by the Deputy Justice Minister for the country, Honorable Alpha Sise ESQ. We himself will join and we'll talk from the justice perspective. Which now they reform the way they look at, which they do, and how they will go about this work here. I want to take this opportunity to tell you all thank you for una the fourth estate, particularly when they come every week for una dedication, una they carry we live, una they continue for cover we. I want to tell you we back our VS, so thank you, Sierra Wata, Afrisel, Orange, and all my Zood Labs who they continue for support we and help we for bring this engagement can to the people of Salone. Before we start, as usual, I also want to apologize to the fourth estate. We don't move a little bit. We start Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We don't go to Miata conference. At some point, we decide for we don't announce it Miata will be permanent home. We hope say next week we return there and Miata will be the place where we will permanently. We also get enough seats for them to all sit down and come. For say as minister we do everything we can within the government of Salone for them we finally make sure say we will deliver on this. But before we go, as usual, I can get the very quick summary updates of waiting government don't do or some updates then we'll go and share with you now. The first one I want to share is the press release where the Salone Civil Aviation Authority will do. We don't see plenty news about aircraft, some reports, some social media banter. So the agency responsible for safety and for regulating the aviation industry in the country put out a press release where I want to read quickly for family so that we get the first-hand information. The agency and the Salone Civil Aviation Authority, they may not run for information where they say they go around social media concerning one Nigerian aircraft we get registration mark 5NBZZ. Sorry, the authority want for let people that don't say the aircraft in question indeed be involved in what they call runway excursion incident. To crash, you can get an incident in May this year where it operates for one company where they call Exejet Airline in Nigeria. That one-way excursion it means say where the plane and aircraft they come on at the runway. It's supposed to stay at the runway. It's now called where they veer off. Where they come outside supposed to day. During either way it's supposed for land or we're supposed for take off, or it fail for remain on the pathway in the gap. If they say for one can this thing will so go straight. If the plane come on here, normally they call a runway excursion incident. After that thing they happen, the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau, when then they do the work in Nigeria, then they conduct their own investigation and then they conclude the following. Then we indeed say this is not a crash, a runway excursion. Then we say nobody not die, nobody no wound. Again, plane, if it crash, it's almost impossible if fatality no dey. In this case, injury itself not take place. Then we also say they assess the aircraft. Then say the aircraft, no damage no happen to the aircraft. They also say that the aircraft will not perform all in certification wey supposed to perform them, will not pass all in check them, and in license wey be get it be valid. Then we say that the left the tire them of the aircraft that mean deflate where the accidents be happen as a result of the incident. They also be check if na drunk the pilots they be drunk or something, and then perform the test. They say no, this so was now with them drunk and also mistake where they make. They always be there, they be licensed, and the thing that they call visibility, that means how the air clear during the time of the landing or takeoff. They say the visibility be bad. So what's happening? Targeting and weather, the mix, the water, the rain, and all that thing, and they make this incident here may happen. Then we also say this incident because, as I say, because of heavy thunderstorm, storm and rain will be affect the pilots in C1, and that the runway be contaminated with plenty water. So water be get at the make the plane skill off small. The aircraft in question been left the runway veer off, but that again, as I say, they be able to pull all the passengers and they safely. The Salon Civil Aviation Authority been therefore one family will say the aircraft don't complete all its scheduled maintenance checks, including by where they been supposed to do by the South African authorities, and it completes in airworthiness inspection by the Nigerian authority. A team from Winayabak Salon in Gode, Nigeria, then also will conduct inspection and check all things about this airline and the operator, and they don't find anything where they think say a problem. The public, they want to assure the public say the Salon Civil Aviation Authority they committed to safety and security for all man, and that they only work with the highest possible standard. So no plane, in fact we plane they come here, they go Nigeria said check, they must check if that plane they don't meet all the certification before they come here. We said they meet all the certification. So just for being clear, this indeed the plane involved in an incident, but they not been crashed, nobody not died, they don't check, they don't validate the plane, and that plane they decide for sea, they want carry it for car help for the part of the sub-region fleet, that the one where they run around West Africa sub-region for Air Sierra Leone. So do your own and reports, we file on my reports on the night thing, we tell the citizens in plenty thank you, we raise them concern here, we come up to we so we able for respond, because again, all man for be active. Quick other news they were bring council now, President Leone attend the Global Action for Fed Hunger and the World Without Hunger Conference in Ethiopia. He talk about the walkway in the Dunaya for feed the country, and he push the world leader and say they for do more so let we tap angry business and the world. The Salon Civil Aviation Authority also don't point out the new rules then for them when they will get drone. So if you get drone, now even journalists then. Now get drone, now media house them. And say for let you operate drone, you for abide by very specific guidelines, and you also for seek some permission from the Civil Aviation Authority. They say for apply, and for submit to name, address, and phone number, and the location and dates, and the maximum flight duration, and all the information they need to the headquarters, with 21 to 23 Shakastini Street, Afito, or contact them at info@slena.gov.sl for registration and licensing. Okay? Dr. Kishore Shankadas, the Leone unanimously confirmed for serve as a member of the ETSA board. We congratulate him for that, a professional. Salon Public Service Commission and the Reform Unit to unveil which they call a comprehensive plan and roadmap for overall the public sector. This is part of President Bill, the Big Five, as we know, reform of the public sector. The Minister of Transport and Aviation now opened the 32nd Regional Maritime University Board of Governors meeting in Monrovia. We have also the Minister, Colonel Retired Alhaji Fadik Tui, and the current Chairman of the Board of the Regional Maritime University, and they now open the conference in Monrovia. I think we will tap here now in terms of the news for today. As I say, as we know, where we can hear any question about the government and the operations, we are free for us here, even though the conversation will focus on a separate thing. I make media or provide an answer to it. So I already introduced the panel. Today we will discuss money laundering. We will start with the Deputy Justice Minister. We want to talk about who say we dey in defense against the people and we want for thief money there by service. We dey take dirty money, one person kaya for wash the money and make the money look clean. We get the agency here, we can talk to them. But you, from the Justice Ministry, the first and from the policy, the reform efforts, and the joint efforts they will do, because this it concerns terrorism, it concerns trafficking, it concerns property, because all things, the roots, the scripture they can say the love of money and the root of all evil. If you don't tap money, kuku business, they tap all evil. So, Mr. Deputy Minister, once they take 5 minutes, they set the scene for who's the government day now? They're waiting for you.
Well, thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Information and Civic Education. I'm always great for putting our social platform with other colleagues, and professionals, for engage the journalists and speak to Salon people about things that really happen in government and issues where they happen in the country, and waiting the government do on those specific issues. Specifically on this issue of money laundering, trafficking, terrorism financing. There were issues that we governments don't really take very strong positions on. In specific terms for the Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, I would say 3 key things. One is that we're very much involved in the work with the financial intelligence units to do. So you'll see the board itself for the FIU. FIA, sorry, yes, I'm still in the board itself for the FIA, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, the Leone. So I'm very much involved in developing the policy itself and implementing that policy, all those policies. 2, the Office of Attorney General and Minister of Justice, they work very closely with the Leone Police, in terms of supporting investigations, and then of course, enforcing the law itself. And when we talk about reforming, we police and making it more responsive to the most emerging issues in our country. We also really discuss that in the context of transnational crimes, so how police will also work with other people across the border for CCA, then crimes, and they will move from one country to another, we respond to them well. And then the third part of it is, they really lead on the accountability front, the accountability regime. So, of course, when investigations take place, things will come from the FIA, from the police, we will provide legal advice. And then, of course, we will make a determination whether certain cases will be filed and for be charged to court. Of course, one thing I would like for note is that when it comes to money laundering, a very technical offense, a bit different from other, offenses and how we investigate them and anything. So now, really some offenses that we need expertise across the chain, from the FIA to the police. So we own office, we say get the law officers, it's very technical, and so we constantly try to build the necessary expertise within the office for them to provide a response. And of course, when we charge the matter to court, we prosecute. We get matters who don't charge to court, of course, in trafficking in persons, we are one of the countries and we really don't obtain conviction from a court. You understand? Of course, money laundering itself, we get charges there. But like I say, charges we don't file, like I say, it's very technical. And sometimes the outcome can vary. Outcomes can be conviction. You understand? Sometimes, it can be say somebody don't be a victim, in fact, of the crime itself. Try for influence, like, how the evidence is presented or how the matter is settled. But yes, on those three fronts, the Office of Attorney General very much involved and integral to this response, and I think the government take it very seriously because it affects people, but it really affects more than one country.
Thank you very much, Mr. Deputy Justice Minister. And thank you for your excellent service always. I think our manager will call you very willing for come forward and for engage the public. I think Kuna Sef and the media will say this man is always willing to engage and break down complex legal issues for we not get the legal blame like the officer and my brother. But let me come to you now, Mr. Hobo. You are the head of the Financial Intelligence Agency. You get deep expertise on this issue. Before we come to the big news we want to announce, I want to set the scene for we further. Maybe give you some indication. The state of financial crimes, Masalo. What will we talk about root of financial crimes? Whose level of fears they will face? What's like the challenges they will get right now? What's like the issue they want to investigate, want to look at? And which system will they for them to address the issue that they are? I want you up to 7 minutes. Because I really want to, since you are the lead of the agency, and then in the follow-ups now, both the law enforcement and the lawyers and the enforcement side will come in. Because I want you help you for set the scene, let people understand, and then you will talk about the big news we get.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Minister, and I just want to say shout out to all distinguished experts within the media. And for we look and say it's an opportunity for our interface with the media because we need them for let them give you a better footprint in terms of what we do as an agency. Firstly, the FIA now, we have the previously Financial Intelligence Unit, and the agency where government established for coordinate the fight against money laundering and terrorist financing. But we don't move beyond that now we talk about proliferation financing. They want the way they finance people, the way they engage in the production of weapons of mass destruction. For set the context to the discussion, we get a starting international standard we as a country we for comply with. The international standard and we at the FATF, we can read of the FATF, for some of them can write and then when we look them up later. The Financial Action Task Force is a standard setting body. So then we come up with 40 recommendations in 1989 for them assist countries and we want to engage in the fight against money laundering and terrorist financing. So each of them standard and they assess countries then as to how you don't perform. Salome, they've been assessed in 2019. And luckily, me and the person we anchor that assessment day. At that time, I to be the director of the unit. So I get a lot of facts around the assessment and the methodology that they use for even assess a country. So when an assess we, then find out say, one, we get some weaknesses in we lost them. Out of that 40 recommendations there, we be fully compliant on 4. We be largely compliant on 16. partially comply on 17, and then we get few who will not be compliant with. After that assessment, they will adopt the report in December 2020. We again go back to the drawing board as a country. What we will do for them be let them see we say we are a respected member of the international community. So meaning, most of the recommendations, they not only with the FIU, like what the Honorable Deputy Minister of Justice been saying, there are a lot of agencies along the criminal penal chain we need for position yourself for able to do what they're supposed to do under the international standard. So it's not just about the FIU, you talk about the police, you talk about Central Intelligence Security Agency, you talk about even the supervisors of financial institutions. They all get specific recommendations the way they need for compliance. So what's happening when we come back, we now place you under a follow-up program for the report every year to the JABA. And JABA, by the way, now the FATF regional body for West Africa. JABA and acronym will be Intergovernmental Action Group Against Money Laundering in West Africa. So now then they do the work within West Africa where FATF is supposed to do. One for monitor compliance with the international standard, and as well for assist member states for build the necessary capacity for address the threats of money laundering and terrorist financing. So after we don't come back, we don't do a lot. And thanks to the advisory board, we, as the Deputy Minister has been saying, we get chaired by the Minister of Finance, then we get the Minister of Justice, then we get the Minister of Internal Affairs, a host of other competent authorities under the Act. We don't able to review the law and make a much more robust areas in way the assessment in the question in terms of inadequacies. We don't try as best as possible for address them. And one area where we help for address and the area where for pay the part for me for all become a member of Egmont. Within Egmont they do Egmont as way is FIUs and the seats for share intelligence with any other FIUs around the globe. But you get for meet certain requirements. So as we speak, I get a team of mentors that will host now the FIA from Nigeria and Ghana. We can look at our state of preparedness for becoming a member of Egmont because they don't do all this. These are the final on-site visits what we get. So we have a team of experts currently with the CPP. Then they just come for ask questions and tick the boxes on what will they do. So we don't get that law day, and that law day will address a lot of gaps the way they see. Apart from that, we need to understand we risk. We need to identify, understand we risk, and put in place to call mitigating measures. All right? Because if you don't understand the kind of thing where they happen, how you will affect them in the first place. So one thing what we do in 2023, we will get all the stakeholders together. See, let me look at all the sectors there. How they will use the banking sector, for example, for launder money? How will they use the non-profit organizations for launder money? And what do we need to do as a country? Which kind of policy they will put in place? We're able to stop dating and for happening. So we do that comprehensive risk assessment day. We currently at still way available, and then we have to say, no, this country is a main problem. Because if you don't understand the risk, how you will begin the first? You will just go blindly. So now what we call risk-based approach. You want to commit resources based on the risk. So if the heaviest risk in the banking sector, now you want to put the money, and then you want direct the energy. You not just want to go effect all over. So as a country, we take inspiration from the conclusion of the assessment that we do, and then we make some specific recommendations. So currently, we work with all the competent authorities in the country for address their recommendations. We will speak to the gap now here and see estimation.
What's in our major risk?
We measure risk according to the assessment where we self-confirm will do. One of the areas that also for banking sector is always highly risky, particularly when it comes to the movement of funds, the international flows.
You see the ACC for the first time just charge a bank.
Yes.
In the history of Sierra Leone, they actually don't indict a bank, the institution itself. So now 1A and then they all tell the ACL and then banks as well as 1A and then they will get who's all the A and then.
We get the precious mineral sector. They always risky. People that never get money out there. The only reason why they can for do business and salary, not for help the country, and for look for opportunity for clean their money and go. And one easiest way when a high net worth sector where you can put your money and clean and the precious mineral sector. So it come out clearly in that assessment in an area that we will be for. So we will work with the enemy now for let them also begin for build up the compliance regime within that area. You know, so this are the one of the areas where we get risk and we need to pay attention there. Because money launderers, they don't account for head country. They account actually for cleaning the money, and that the one whatever it costs them for cleaning the money. So you go left with the reputational risk now for battle time with the rest of the world.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. David Bobo, the head of the Financial Intelligence Agency for Salone. I want to come back to you, but before I go open up the for questioning, but before that, let me bring the Assistant Commissioner of Police, title over the years. I don't know, Madam Joanbu Kamara, at least for 20 years, if not more. So over the years, I think we all learned it together. We really call a different title at the police state or which side. So today, one of the people that we're most proud of as Leoneans in our generation. On financial crimes, people may always say, waiting for the police, what are the police in role? And there are very specific financial crime stories and way people have been affected by in this country. So what are the role of police in this equation? We're not hearing from policy landscape, from the risk assessment, compliance landscape. But the police, what do they do? In whose update you will provide to the people on your role in combating illicit financial flows?
We all know say the Sierra Leone police, they for conduct investigation for every alleged criminal activities in the country. And financial crime now one of the main criminal activities where they go on. And like the flow of illicit money, just the way Mr. Bobo don't say, you know, it a disadvantage the country and the institutions themselves. So we get various ways in which we handle financial crimes. We conduct a proper investigation into that. And like what the minister say, we work together with the Ministry of Justice. We try as much as possible we match up to standard. We investigators they're able for investigate every financial criminal activities where they go on. Like when we talk about money laundering itself now a criminal activity where they go with another crime. For instance, you go obtain money where you obtain money by false pretense, and then you want to use that money there for clean that dirty money. That's why they are saying like money laundering are the proceeds of illicit criminal activities or illicit crime. So you don't go obtain money, you don't go get that money, or you don't fraudulently convert a particular money, then you can use the money for clean am up, and then it be say the money na a clean money, or let it be say the money you get without any criminal activities. Or let's say you don't go sell mortal man, or you don't be an agent for traffic person for go out. The money where you dey get from that traffic, that money where you want for use and for change and like for say na clean money, or that money that we dey get you want take am for go build house. That particular house where you build as a result of the criminal activity where you don't get. So for we will not understand money laundering itself. Now a crime where they go with other crime. Now something you don't do for get money, and now you want to go do something for let the world know say, hey, this thing how this person has so do na clean money. So as a result, the minister don't tell you say, as I don't explain and you will know say now thing wey involve technical expertise. So the police, they always try to see that we match up to standard. And recently, in fact, we conduct for senior officers, the Inspector General of Police, they on the move for ensure that we get trainings for criminal investigators. In the next 2 weeks, we also get training for all crime officers, especially senior criminal officers. So it's not only we dey try for investigate, we dey try for identify say this na offense, and we also dey try for match up to standard for able for handle dem particular matter dem dey. So we dey get the criminal activities themselves, but if we no get the expertise, we no dey even able for charge. So there has to be a proper investigation. We no at the aid of the state council or the minister and the deputy for say be able to help me. We first of all for not able for handle, and also we dey try as much as possible for prevent. It's not only about investigating. The police dey for prevent criminal activities. Sometimes we dey get instances, minister, where we don't put in place even for this trafficking. What we put in place people at the borders for able for intercept. When people let they go follow, we know say people let they go na traffic and trafficker. We are not going to see the people let they try for bypass the system. Even when they go through the borders, they will hold them passports, they will hide them passports, they will lie to officers, and when they go ask them, how they go? They will lie saying that also say so they go. Because sometimes for even travel from here, go out, but then sometimes they want traffic them. We want for no side and they go follow, we stop the trafficking activities. So we they try for put in measures for where we able for prevent. We they try as much as possible sensitize the public. You know, like now we getting QNet, my coin, all kind agency they can just forget money from people. We they try for tell the people then for tell them say this is what is going on. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, ACP. I think you mentioned my coin and then one in day, QNet. I think, and then the other one in call, isn't they call the other one? The one with the big super advances. Yeah, give you quick updates on the one in the other. What's like the states of the investigation? People they don't police don't go for we don't apprehend people there, we don't tell people. I think I know say most of the questions they don't come online and that the people that are asked for. So I want to just what you can say right now on the status of the money. And then I'll come to you and then we
As I speak to Ona, me personally can recall, can tell Ona like I have over 10 matters, over 10, where, in fact over 15, where I deal with for the QNet, my coin, super advertise, where they don't obtain money, but then they pretend like for say they get a proper business, where in fact they not get any proper business. And let me tell you something, the challenge that we have, you know, there are times we have to put things in place. We people in our salon get for no say. If things get for work, now we all get for fet for let it work. You know, the selfishness in it, now the fact say, then you don't can report their institutions there and their agencies there. They don't can report them. After they report their institutions and agencies, when you see them begin giving them money, you know they even see they give. Then we don't can a police and don't can report. Sometimes from the police station, we know they try for compromise because criminal matters, you know they compromise. So from the police station, then we don't try for compromise and then we can court back. Then we want can for compromise to the people, not the court. So whilst the prosecutor will they proceed with the matter, you somehow when don't go report to police, pass you get for bigger, for can court for can testify. It will tell you plainly, say me na me money I want. If they will give me money, me no want case. And this is a criminal activities. So if you want for reports, then people and they, you want your money, yes, we not say you want your money. But again, the government or the Sierra Leone government, we don't put law in place for criminalize that action. So we need you for help. If we're not able for handle the people, then a problem. So again, that is one of the challenges. Then the cooperation of the public when they cannot chief how they cooperate.
Any of them people are in jail?
Yes, we get some of them. We get some of them in jail. We don't get conviction in court because some of them, in fact, some of them convictions they all don't get for even the trafficking. Now people they all obtain money from people. So we don't get convictions.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. And also you're very patient and with experience. Some of these issues are very complex. So I'm glad you want to know the Kaya or get your opportunities for explain to Una. And Una the reports at least Una will reflect that complexity there. Mr. Bobo, you particularly get a breaking news. I don't see the press release already. Because I want to use this opportunity, this platform as well, to just tell the people of Salon, waiting that this big event we will host in Salon, and waiting the events made for Salon.
Thank you. Mr. Minister, if you can allow me just to take a cue from what Madam John Butler on the issue of the illegal financial service system. We don't always be one of the first responders when we find out say they exist. We don't know I'm in the case of my coin, my residual, they call it shortly my coin, my residual income global, that might be the full name, would have been the BO. We've been passed our intelligence due to police, as well as the Bank of Sierra Leone. At some point, there was an agreement for them to pursue a liquidation process against that company. That liquidation process, we don't go to court, and we are informed, reliably informed by the central bank that we don't begin pay some of the claimants on that scheme because my independent liquidator that they appoint, we the court approved for let them handle that liquidation. What we will do when we find out say they exist illegally, we go after them funds because that's the first thing we can normally do. Once we know say they exist as an illegal financial service, we make sure say we look through the financial system for see who side you get funds and we institute an immediate freeze on that fund. So when that freeze they will be instituted, and that money they will pass on with the liquidator they use for make payments to claimants them where they've been identified. Now we get the issue of super advertises. We're very recent. Super advertises come and then get the new app where they run on the various mobile money platform there. And then the Leone investors for invest. And of course, normally they can promise very huge returns on their investment in it. We will resist. So that thing they go on for a few months, then when we get rid of that we go after them and we find out it was owned by one Chinese. We pass all the intelligence. By the way, the FIU will not be arresting power. We not to let Madam John, we will tell and succeed, they will be arrested. But once we get the information, we piece together in the intelligence, we confirm with the Corporate Affairs Commission whether they register that company. We move quickly for inform the police about the people that we are the beneficial owners. And we also get intelligence around the country inside the operations that we go on. We put all that together with the police. And the other thing we will also move for them, we find out that we use agents then for mobilize their investment in the mobile agents for Afri Money, agents for Orange Money. And we work with the two companies then for able to freeze currently as we speak a total of 3.4 million under free. And that we don't only go ahead for do anything with that money until we determine whether they will actually invest into that scheme. So that process and we not normally do one, we work with other institutions that we believe say competent in this area for let we arrive at that conclusion day and when we will be. But now to the big news. We get GIABA. GIABA, as I've been telling you, the Intergovernmental Action Group Against Money Laundering West Africa. Now we own regional hub and we they assist member states them how to go about this fight against money laundering and church financing. Now the last time we'll be hosted in this country in 2009, so it's almost 15 years. So the fact that this year the government of Sierra Leone don't say let them come here and host them conference, it speaks to the political will on the part of this government under the leadership of His Excellency the President. So as we talk, we don't forget the entire global network. The FATF President also opened this occasion, and he will address this country in terms of the progress we will make. So this is a big news, and we coordinate this whole program with other ministries. Then we have the Minister of Finance. We really they take the lead on this, but we just let FIU be the forerunner in all of this arrangement. But the Minister of Finance, who is the chair of the board, now at his behest, this program will be here. So they provide me the support, and then we get other people that will the support, tourism, internal affairs, immigration. They are all on board for make sure say we get a successful post of Java. It means so much to me because it will be an opportunity for other competent authorities for also network with their colleagues from around the region, because we are getting 17 countries coming to Sierra Leone, 15 countries in ECOWAS, and 2 countries outside of ECOWAS, but they then align with Java, Sao Tome and Principe, and the island of Comoros. So I believe it's a huge opportunity for them to learn more about this craft in fighting money laundering and trade financing.
Thank you, Comrade. How many people are they expecting to attend the meeting?
The delegate list as of today are 192.
Wonderful. So 192 people in the attend this major interagency, intergovernment meeting on money laundering and regulating illicit financial flows within the sub-region. They don't choose Sierra Leone because of the leadership in this issue. I think it will just hear as well that on the compliance issues, Sierra Leone don't make major progress. On all the assessment we do from years ago, through the legal reforms we were able, through the steps we will take administratively, procedurally, the Salon Police will continue forward in the right direction under the leadership of His Excellency President Leone. One thing as well we're very proud of from this, and as if you check this year, more and more international conferences are coming to Sierra Leone. Even yesterday we will open another international conference as well, where ECSL the host, the bring come again, some regional partners there with the lead election management bodies. We get this one again, where they come, Ministry of Tourism just hosted one. We are doing things as a country for making a destination where they be attractive for the partners and for Canada. We come now to questions. We can give a chance in a minute. But first, I get a couple of questions that we can online, so we can start with you and then I'll come to the board. First question, see whether automated payment safeguarding apparatus in this. Apologize for that. Are there automated payment safeguarding apparatus in these financial institutions that are responsible for safeguarding the transactions within and without the country? Supposing an English person, not talking about Creole.
Itself and those regulations and policies rolled out by the Bank of Sierra Leone, and yes, forex trading illegal. But of course, for anything illegal, there are aspects of it that will be illegal. When you walk outside the ambits of the law, sometimes when you do then trading here, so far your key business, you get we're not even register, you start for then trade here soon. Yes, that will be taken for illegal.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Bobo, the question whether apparatus are there for protect against financial irregularities within the banking system. What do you say about that?
All right, I think that is
are there automated payment safeguarding apparatus in these institutions for safeguard financial transactions?
That is the expectation for any financial institution where you engage in them. You hook up to the payment platform, either for payment within the country or outside the country. We expect you for that you get a system where you detect fraud and where you protect the public funds. So that is one thing, and because now part of the control mechanisms, and now they work you go into the bank and look at what you get for detect if there's some fraud intrusion into your system. How you able to flag them and how you able to respond to that need. So working with them, incident response team, then bankers are looking at because bankers are the primary regulator of the bank. which is also for assist them in the area of money laundering, terrorist financing. But indeed, that is the expectation. Say, every financial institution must get a system in it for safeguard the public fund. Because public money they hold. So they get a duty for make sure so they get a system in place.
Thank you, sir. Now is your turn to ask questions. I can always encourage family and hosts for sending questions via text to 818 and free. You can send them to Orange, AfriCell, and QCell. It get to read and free. If you didn't ask well, you not get to ask all the questions for user platform day, or use the slide or link with it on the flyer. You send the question. That means that the question first you ask. It's not like for hold the mic. You pick 5, ask, and then after that, you make progress. Alright, put that on the mic for me. So I'll pick the 5 people here, and then we go. I don't see all the 5 hands once here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we go.
Morning Camera, The Watch, and of course Sierra Fox Media.
So these are latest?
Yes, sir. I'm showing back.
So on the wait, that other one. Leave for being you can press conference. Leave for being you can announce to me. Go ahead, sir.
Mr. Bobo, the Financial Intelligence Agency began in existence when the British police talks announced saying that that's the former immigration officer in the name of Alpha Khalifa Kuruma for government laundering. The Financial Intelligence Agency, the equally in existence, where at the Commission of Inquiry, we learn say hundreds of millions of dollars were transacted through these commercial banks to other countries of the world we lose. Now, let I ask you, would I get any mandate for receive the daily, weekly, or monthly transactions of all commercial banks to other countries? If so, what are the counterintelligence will I give first?
They work for UH newspaper. The question is to Mr. David about. I want for no, because they don't say anywhere who they get, then see they have to what money on their business, they have the likes of Civic and the likes. I want for no if no agency in this country really monitor, like when the agency they have to can this country, for let them know what they can for do in the country. And all that for let them see they are so stop because are they reports for court. I don't do story them so many times where then they do it matters they have to and then they give people and bail and the TV just died just like that. So I want to know that.
Thank you.
Ibrahim Sarasisi, Voice of Salon Radio. Honorable Minister of Justice and together with the police. We don't see the increase of the issues on financial money laundering business in this country, and now as at the top now we get 20 million in circulation where they move. Now as
Get. Oh, you mean
20 million the new currency.
Okay.
Now as I've been following story where in the police will investigate a matter of this money laundering where somebody say you give me 1,000 yuans to the make and then 2,000 yuans. Where in the post we go report the matter, then we arrest them towards it and they say he no get evidence to the fact and the other man where they report they left him. So now as the law sector, owner within the law, how we can deal with that kind of things then because this money doubling they come high in this country.
Thank you very much. So there's money laundering and then there's also money doubling. So this money doubling part we also can get information about. Go ahead.
Yes, Assembly Sheko from Context Newspaper. The question they go to CSP, I don't know the title, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
ACP.
ACP, thank you.
For Lana. Very important. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like the financial intelligence boss just mentioned, say, when they can get intelligence about money laundering activity or agencies that really want money laundering activity, they can always inform una earlier. But is it that we can take proper or quick action for system and stability the households? Now, money laundering, na conspiracy thing, it always large. Then super advertise the agency then orange money or Afri money wey dey involved in this thing. We are then investigated, and what is the outcome of that investigation?
Yes, my name is Senator Jobuya, and I write for Exclusive. And Mr. Bobo, Mr. Bobo, Mr. Bobo, in your statement you say the risk that we actually envisage and the amounts of money wey dey comot from overseas dey come the country, and they get issues with the mining sector, the kind we have some people that do the mining activities. Una get any suspects as to then kind thing that really happen in the country make una get some fear as a result of the inflow of money and the mining sector? And Madam, you can name the 15 institutions that we involved into this financial crime. Thank you.
Well, in not all the institutions, we say there up to 15 cases matters. All 15 can be super advertises. It's possible, no? All 15 can be 2 institutions. You just say 15 matters, follow importance. And also, Mr. Bobo not say suspects.
No, I say if they get suspects.
Okay. Because you just said I want risk area.
I say if they get suspects.
No problem. So I will pass the question over. When I thank you, we really say on and then we can. Mr. Bobo, I think you're a very popular man today. So we give you first chance. The question we get about Mr. Kamal say FIU, FIA been there. We will can now after the fact, they can do investigations and they say, oh, money laundering will happen, illicit financial flows will happen. For like say FIU not really do work. You see whether when they get daily reports from the commercial banks them on financial flows, whether when they track them and what they do with that. Secondly, about monitoring and regulation of their agencies, the way we sister ask about. We can whether they monitor, whether they regulate, and then the final question for you are whether they are suspects in the financial sector. So you go ahead and then we'll answer the others.
All right, thank you for all them and the way put for questions. I will start with the brother on the camera, who's now Sierra Fox Media. Of course, you're right, say we don't in existence for a while. In fact, part of the success of the Commission of Inquiry now because of we provide the financial intelligence around the Commission of Inquiry. When you make those specific people there, I now want to speak because at the time I was part of the FIU, but I'm not in a position to speak on the specific issues there now. All right? But I will narrow this down to the question that we asked. Which are the powers that we will get for get information? Which kind of information will we get on the routine basis? Now, as a unit, all reporting entities, who are still reporting entities, banks, bureau de change, microfinance, as long as they operate, they get an obligation for sending what we call cash transaction reports a week. But there are threshold reports. Like bank, as it stands now, any transaction where you do as an individual above 30 million, they're supposed to report them to me. And any transaction above 100 million for corporate entities, then they report them to me. Then apart from that report, they wait something they will call the suspicious transaction report. Because when bank they will take you as customer, they're supposed to check you for know you where you be, your name, and how you they get your money. On that basis, then they develop a profile about you. Anything where you do outside of that profile, they will flag them as a suspicious report. So they can get right for saying, and they don't get threshold rule. So you can be suspected of transacting 10 million. Alright? But normally when you transact 30 million, it's reported. But when you're suspected of
all 30 million and above transactions are reported
to the unit as it stands. In the past, it used to be a lesser threshold. But over time, because of things where you talk about devaluation of the currency, we don't need to step them up small. Okay? The NT and the old get them, we get a dedicated division where they look into it to see whether the figures and didn't make sense to them, whether they not get anything, whether it match with the person profile. As the bank we don't develop them. When it not match, we can then go on for say, let me check other sources. Maybe this person get other side away to get money. Alright? Once we reach a reasonable conclusion, say, in the leave or in the control pecuniary resources we are above with it, I believe we will escalate and to law enforcement for investigate. Alright? So we are intelligence agency, we opinion not to file and not to go to court. We get for send out to the master sabi people then with our police. If you get for doing corruption, we send out to the ACT for looking into it. So sometimes, you know, she says some cases they say that FIU can go court, but FIU inputs in the cases then. Alright? So that is the work we do. And I believe say if I let people then decide a little bit more about what FIU they do, because sometimes when we say we get the power for do all things, but we are just one part of the puzzle. Yeah? Yes. So the second question.
Sorry, Mr. Wood. Just for me verification. So we not get the capacity for see at will the transactions. You can only see what is reported to you. We not get like a master switchboard who are the monitor flows of money through the banking system. We are just get a requirement that they report, and that requirement they will enforce how.
So currently as it stands, you don't see the country in the process to develop the one payment switch.
Yes.
That switch they eventually the FIU get for their interface. So real time, we see back send money to the UK of this amount, we'll see in real time. Then we can plug into that system, let this payment stop, let we look into it. But now waiting obtain, we get a portal. A portal where they allow dedicated compliance people to report all the threats pull them from the system and report to me. Then we analysts they now look at and build them up and tell me whether there's something around it. There are gray areas in the transaction they will take them from me. But we'll not get real time view of what's in the
very clear. Go ahead. Thank you, sir.
So the other sideway and one address we systemic, of course this is a very disturbing thing for we system. Because with so many of the compatriots then they lost money unfairly. Because people in the way they come, merely they register as a company because in this day and age we want for increase the score of doing business. We don't make it very simple for let people set up corporate vehicles. Where you come for register a company or partnership, very easy. You can do it in 1 or 2 days, not so. But the financial institution, for wrong financial institution, you get other requirements. Just being called super advance is not the right for go to people that for begin collect deposit. It's criminal. The only person you get rights for take deposit and somebody where they don't screen, they don't do fit and proper test on, and they don't issue licensure by the Bank of Australia. They are the only competent authority with the license. So if you go into the business of financial services without that licensing, you are actually committing a crime. So we don't see a good number of them. But recently, because of the number of cases that we don't deal with, and you know they stop, and attempt to also educate young people then, you know they go water, because one person will not make mistake, another set of group will come, people then fall for that trick. They go there lost money. So under the supervision of the Office of National Security, we've been signing this standard operating procedure where they try to harmonize the processes from the corporate affairs now in at the National Investment Board, the FIA, and the Bank of Australia for the operation of financial services business in this country. So that at least this is one way we believe say we will respond and stem this tide here. And we also therefore step up public education for make sure say let people they know. Because then see how they fall for the information already take trap very cheap. So we supposed for the counter let them be educated so that they don't go for breaks of renting. So now that's what they do so far, and I believe say we're not happy with it happen, and as government, larger government, we continue to pay attention to some of them things there. We brought out from the exclusive the act about risk. Well, risk basically they tell you say there are internal threats, all right, and there are external factors. If you don't take them, this be. That's what risk assessment is all about. The risk assessment they point to your internal weaknesses. You know, that internal weaknesses they tell you say if you don't fix them up, the bad guy or people that we be in a money laundering, like system is the money laundering is a derivative offense. Meaning you therefore commit an offense, then you engage in money laundering for hiding, concealing, changing form, letting, and it's a derivative offense. So these are some of the smartest people you can think about, people who engage in money laundering. They are not small minds. So when you have weaknesses in your system, then they capitalize on their weaknesses, then they go in and mess you up. All right. So when we talk about risk as risk generally, we're talking about you don't drop your guard. We got they don't drop in an A, B, C area, and if we then got they will not address them, money don't be likely for happen. That's what risk assessment is all about. But not to the extent we don't find out saying Mr. X did and money launderer in another institution. That's not what I do. All right. Thank you. I hope I don't respond.
Adequate. So, ACP, the board has said they arrest the person who reports the money doubling. How are they dealing with money doubling cases? One only. The second one, whether the police they act quickly enough on intelligence. And if you get some updates on the super advertises and the whirlwind mobile money they play inside the whether they be investigated and any outcome. So I hear your question. So the second one is whether the police can act quickly on. He said where the boss man and FIA they talk, he said that they always give intelligence. He said something I want to act quickly on intelligence. So they comment on that. And then whether how they deal with money doubling cases them, who side and what are the role with the mobile money they play in that particular super advertise business.
Okay. Money doubling itself no offense at this point. So you know we don't confuse.
If I get me money, I double and unfair.
the act itself.
Waiting at money doubling in this context, if I will explain that.
Money doubling na where you the person they tell you say bring money come. You count this money and they double the money for you.
Perform some kind means and then the money.
Means and ways they get machine where they tell you say this paper and they change it to dollar. We know who authorized for give money na this country, na the banks. No promoter man they go sit down inside in room, he gets a machine them, he puts the machine and then he tell you say and they talk something there after I don't talk this paper we see so in the change to dollar. So don't get instances way because I can be they call you first, you come with your paper, they put the paper, then they perform the waiting in the space of 5 minutes, you see the dollar they come on. Then they tell you say well bring money come, we count the money, we double the money. So now offense. If we charge go court, now waste to the go waste to get go what that in the whole day. Now waste to the go waste to time. So now that make you get the case go, they begin investigate you first because you of yourself now you don't commit offense. They just start like you won't traffic somebody, the way you don't traffic the person, they're not paying. They can be said, don't traffic person, but they're not be paying me money. So before they begin establish that people they're not paying for, so they establish that traffic where you could traffic the person for, so they begin investigate you now. So that's and then probably now that may go be the case where make the person now we start for investigate. Then coming to what I we ask about, yes, we dey work together with the financial intelligence unit. You know, this is the collaborative aspect in tackling criminal activities in the country. We dey collaborate. One particular institution or agency no get all the knowledge and capacity for handling criminal activities. So as a result, we dey lean on the financial intelligence unit. We, the police, also lean on the Ministry of Justice. So we all work together. Now, if the, like what Mr. Bobo don't say, then find out say a particular criminal activity don't take place, then they give we a report. And when they give we that report, they now we work on. And one thing we need for know, when we work on that report, we work on the report with the Financial Intelligence Agency. Sometimes they can even be part of the investigation. They're not able to let them go arrest. We now will go effect arrest. But we need them also for help because sometimes we might not have the capacity, the knowledge for go into some of them financial transactions. So as a result, we need financial intelligence unit. We need the banks for help for understand. So we all sit down as a team. We now map out the strategies on how we crack down the alleged criminal activities and how we handle the investigation. So yes, it is sent to we as a police, but we also work with them for let we discover any alleged criminal activities they don't take place.
All right. What about the mobile money? Were they investigated and any outcome?
Yes, like one that they asked, he said, make I get the 15 institutions. I did not say 15. And I can't tell you the names, but if you go, if you are also go to court regularly, you go to see like the court, most of them are court monitors, now they see one of the cases where they deal with, I know we talk about, know about Professor Olubomi Phillips, who now the prosecutor. Then we get several QNet cases in the court where necessarily prosecute, and we get about 3 where they pull a McKinney. I don't know if now my coin or my refugee then get a McKinney where they don't count it, where now necessarily deal with them. So we get several of them where we handle, and like where Minister be ask me again, and tell now one of the challenges we face, we will not go put close for for now. They are not paying us, now government they pay. We not to produce not to institution go, you can't have the officer tell you say you therefore pay chamber fee. No, you are being so we are operating private chamber. You are being represented for free. The public is being represented. We get a team of police prosecutors. We get a team of state council where they prosecute for free. You know, in fact, sometimes we give the transport for let they can or for let they can't open a court. So they are not paying us, but we they try for push for let we say this court cancel for let people know say they're safe. As far as justice is concerned, as far as representing the public is concerned, you are not going to pay a penny. All you need for now for cooperate with we, and that's so don't they happen. Cooperate with we, we will fight for you. But most of the time, your particular, what you mean particular about are the money, and they're not the cooperate with the prosecution.
So 2 important things for the public. 1, if you don't can complain, the police dey try for prosecute. Your job, your civic duty, and for collaborate until the police get conviction or there is a judgment. Why? Not so you self no more money, no more you go get. You go stop them bad people here. Because anyone where they get conviction, then they will force them out for let pay all them people, maybe they close them down, maybe they even lock down the business, maybe they lock in a jail. Or if you agree, They go to you in a corner, they give you 5,000. Just no say you sister, you auntie, other Sierra Leonean. In and they continue for Juba. So that's number one. Number two, if anybody can tell you, say, give me 2,000, and they give you 4,000. If anybody can't promise you something way too good for me too, just no say not too good. If it's too good, trust me, if that way they be doing legal for them money, so they won't no make up. The boss is there, the promise say they don't give money, watching like 5, not for this soul. If you don't want to see I go up, they don't buy plane than I am. They don't buy brand, if that's some money they make, but it's not school. So then just the time to take advantage of you. Anyway, next round of questions. Alright, I not see people on this side, so I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll take all 6 of the hand already up, and then we time for that up. Yes, no start.
Bogodan Kamari, right for UCTV newspaper. And the direct question to Mr. Bogo. For far too long, we hear cases then of money laundering or bad financial engagement. The winner after the incident what happened, now the term when I come to the public for say, we do this or we do that. So how they give a track of cases that we wanna prevent before the atrocity will be made.
Thank you. Next. They are not keeping the question in short.
I will say a leading report for Pan African Radio. The question they go to SPC. Now, as long as a country, we don't say we need investors. Them. You mentioned one thing in the statement that if somebody go get a clean work from another country, they can sell that money will come with dirty money. But let's say as we cry for investors, somebody go do bad in another country, they count that money in our government open door for how much can do then kiss it.
The question goes to the Deputy and Minister of Justice. Our following the forex business. Waiting at the threshold for them to consider forex business illegal, and also the one way they deal in changing law in the state, also illegal or illegal.
All right, next.
Leone I report from TN, the New Number newspaper. Your question will go to the ACP. When they talk about money doubling, how una can know say the post here na this work they do or not to this work they do? Una they say they double money this that. So I want to know how una can know what the money doubling is.
All right, number 5, up your hand.
I'm sorry for our political newspaper. My question will go to SIBA, the Minister of Information and Civic Education. Why did it take so long, the government / SNICA, for making it come out to the public for explain the technical problem with this airline we get? Not until when a senior citizen blew the whistle, then the government / SNICA come out for the updates about the whole issue.
You mean this plane business?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, next.
Me and John Kelly Mara, I report for Financial Standard newspaper and Daybreak newspaper. You mentioned public education, which is key in this aspect. What are your plans to educate the public of financial crimes and fake investments as preventive measures? And also, in terms of cost and volume, how much money are we talking about in terms of money laundering involved in Sierra Leone? Thank you.
Yes, the next man here, you let you play and ask.
Your name is David Suma. I report from Radio Maria. The question to Madam APC, we say.